Welcome back to the channel. I have my trusty sidekick as usual. She's settled in, ready to watch me do some work. And we do have the 2010 Acura TL SH all-wheel drive, meaning super handling. The all-wheel drive system starts off with the front tires and will shift energy to the back tires when needed, and even side to side. And you feel that mostly coming out of turns. The 3.7 liter will push out over 300 horsepower. So this thing is just an excellent vehicle for its time in 2010 when it comes to performance and handling. And it does have the technology package as well, meaning a boosted nav system and also adaptive controls for the interior temperature. I don't know what the hell that means because I'm mostly into the finishes of automobiles, but I love to share a little bit of the information. 3.7 liter pushing out over 300 horsepower to go with that all-wheel drive system. Now, this happens to have some of the worst paint out of the recent auction cars that we brought back to the shop. Yes, the Lexus paint was pretty bad. The Honda Pilot, it's not bad, but it needs work. This is going to give us plenty of enjoyable content. Now, what I want to do is neutralize the salt because I had to drive it through a snowstorm to get it back to the shop here, and I'll show you how to do that. Give it a quick bath, and we'll walk around and I'll show you how bad this paint is, and we'll get some measurements as well. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the Eastwood Road Salt Neutralizer. This can make 21 gallons. It's 6 ounces of this stuff per gallon of water. So mix up a gallon and then you could put it in any sprayer that you would like to. Doesn't really matter. I have it in that detail keg over there. And that is going to be the first step when it comes to neutralizing this salt. You do not want to spray it down with water. That's going to start the chemical reaction that really gets the salt and brine turning things to rust. So what I like to do is take the Eastwood, get it on there, let it dwell for 5 minutes, and then grab my foam cannon, hit that, rinse thoroughly, and then do your normal wash routine. So I'd be happy to give you a couple examples of how to get this stuff on there. And there's really nothing to it. You could use any method, a pump sprayer, battery operated sprayer. This happens to be a cheap battery operated pump sprayer from Home Depot. It's the Ryobi, it's their first generation. They already upgraded with a much bigger container to hold whatever you're spraying. So you don't have to reload every 3 minutes. But you want to get this stuff up in the wheel wells as deep as you can, in your wheels, the barrel of the wheels. Let me switch over to another sprayer. So this is the one that you want. You load it up with your product, hit it with some pressure. If you have an air compressor, this is great. And you don't have to load it back up or pressurize it again for the rest of the day. And then depending on whatever tip you're looking to put on here, that will also help you get the salt neutralizer deep in under the undercarriage. And you want to get up in there as far as you can reach. And once again, let that dwell for 3 to 5 minutes and let it transform the brine and salt so you can rinse it free, get it off the surface. I can't repeat this often enough. You do not want to hit a car covered with salt just with water to rinse it first. You want to use this first. So go all the way around the vehicle, reach underneath, spray it wherever you need to spray it, in the wheels, wheel wells, and let it dwell. Right here we have some of the salt brine breaking down, dripping off of the car. but just give it 5 minutes. If you're in a shop environment like this, you'll have the time before it starts to dry. At this point, you certainly can rinse the car thoroughly. What I like to do is attach the foamer. The concoction I've had in the last couple videos, it's going to be the exact same. You can revert back to see what I'm using. But I'm going to give it a nice, thick, heavy layer. So at this point, I'm going to let this dwell, and that gives me time to go around, because when these things haven't been washed in a long time, dirt and grime and road traffic film, especially tree fallout, gets in every one of these corners. And you got to get in there with a brush and agitate it. You could use pressure if you want, pressure washer. I like to use this to kind of agitate it first. So I'm just going to take this time real quick to go all the way around and get every single corner. And now I'm going to come in and rinse thoroughly. This thing sheets pretty quick. Doesn't really beat like crazy, but it sheets quickly, and it acts like somebody that's been taking it through Mr. Hot Shine, which is your tunnel washes around here that pump this hot wax or whatever it is. And so something that I take notice that I'm going to have to get off of there before I start polishing, so that crap doesn't get it up into my pads and make them less effective. Now is a good time to take care of the wheels, and we'll use the Kokemi MWC Magic Wheel Cleaner. Spray it on there, it's acid-free, and let it dwell for 2 to 5 minutes, let it do its thing. Agitate it, and rinse it free. I gotta clean these wheel wells a little bit better, so we'll get it on there. This is more like a gel, so it does cling, rather than just run right off that wheel and down onto the floor and become a waste. So we'll let this go for a while. It'll probably change a little bit of purple or magenta color. Okay, the wheel cleaner has had ample time. So let's get in there, clean that barrel. Barrel is disgusting, obviously. I don't believe anybody's gone in there and scrubbed some of these areas for a very, very, very long time. Okay. Grab the detailing brush, get in and around the lug nuts. This wheel cleaner, very satisfying to work with. It does a very good job. You can pretty much use it on most wheel finishes because it's not harsh, it's not acidic. All right, now we have one in here for the wheel wells, as they are dirty too. Wait till you see this paint. He might have had a 10-foot wide driveway that was only 3 foot wide because of bushes and branches, but amazing. Have a little bit of line paint in there, so I got to work on that too. I'll probably get footage of that for you, show you the best way to remove that from the plastics. So much better already. So I'll just go around and do the same thing to all 4 of these wheels. So much better already, but now I could do the bucket wash, the multi-mitt bucket wash as normal. I'll speed that up and we'll get to see what is uncovered when it comes to the paint. Okay, so it looks so much better already. Always looks good after a thorough bath. However, you don't want to get any closer than this. Well, we're going to have to, because I need to show you this finish. Look at the paint on this thing. This happens to be some of the worst paint, neglected, that we've had on the channel and in the shop here for a long time. That is horrible. Hardly any reflection whatsoever. Scratches and etching and hard water spots and oxidation, everything you can think of. That was a bright spot. Wait till you see the trunk. Yeah, and that's why I picked these up. I want to pick these up so we have lots of fun trying to figure out what is the best way to bring the paint back if we can. How far do we go? How much do we take off? And can we get results at all? Well, this one's going to be pushing the limits. I'm up for the challenge. Other than that, it's really pretty straight on the driver's side. We're going to do some PDR work there, and then I'm going to get that done at a body shop. And it's worth it because the rest of it is such a nice car. Yes, we're going to dig deep into this one. Let me grab the paint depth gauge for you. We'll see what material we have left to work with. Wow, 5.4. I would have thought this would have been polished and corrected 60 times by now. Well, we actually have some clear coat to work with. So we might be able to get some decent results. This thing will never be anywhere close to being perfect again, but maybe we could turn it from an 8-footer to a 2-footer, if you get what I'm saying. Wow, that trunk, I'm glad it has some clear on it because we are going to need it. Holy cow. Okay, so for the most part, we have plenty of clear to work with. There's plenty of room to get a nice shine, crisp reflections. A lot of scratches will still remain. There's no way to get around it except for taking it to a body shop for a respray, and that's going to be out. It's going to be out of consideration for me. Not a whole lot of room when it comes to flipping this one here. We did get it for a good price, $4,800. I'm going to look and see. I believe we can get $5,700 for it for a quick sale, maybe even a little bit more. Let me know down in the comments section what you think. That is going to do it today, good friends. The reason I've been going to the auction looking for the darker colors with some of the worst paint finishes when it comes to scratches, oxidation, etching, you name it, is to pick them up and have fun with them. Also being careful that I pick a solid car mechanically that when we're finished, we can at least break even. I'd be happy just to break even. But we're going to have fun with this one. We're going to have to put it to the side just for a little bit as we finish up the Lexus, jump more onto the Pilot, and then this will be in queue, and we're going to be bringing in more fun. I want to get dark blues and dark reds. We've had plenty of blacks now, and have fun with some different colors. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Wow. What did they wash this with, a Brillo pad?